Today I'm gonna show you how to build a medieval tavern to display my new LEGO D&D minifigures and keep them dust-free. Not long ago, I had a mock where I built a space cantina to display my space minifigure. It was a very nice build, but a little bit messy, so I thought this time around I can do something better. So I picked up all the new series of D&D minifigure. I picked up this display case from my friends here in Singapore at BrickVerse, and I started to build. You can see already here I have the base of the case and the base structure of the tavern. To do this, I'm using my parts as well as a donor set, which is a Harry Potter Magical Truck set 76399. I will put a link to Amazon down below because I think this is a retire set. It's a very good par spec, not very expensive. A lot of interesting accessory and different parts and sticker that can be used for medieval builds. For example, all these dark tan pieces, a lot of the browns, a lot of the dark orange, they all come from that set. And of course, I had to top up with some of my own inventory of parts. Also, it's very good for customizing minifigures. So look at this. In this set, there was 12 minifigure heads with 6 different skin tones and 17 hair pieces. So without going and pick up the new Pharrell set with all the minifigure heads, here you have a lot of space for customization, considering also that the D&D minifigure are minifigure that can be very well used to customize your own minifigure for D&D or for other purposes. But now let's start the build. So already have the base. Here we have some stairs that enter into the tavern. We have a bar here where I already added one minifigure, which is Tasha the Witch Queen, because I'm going to cover this area, so I need to place the minifigure now. I have a few benches, a few accessories and there. These come from the set. A kind of stage over here for the bar, and then outside you can see I already have a green area because I'm going to build a outdoor area kind of thing as well. So here I'm going to add the steps. Very simple, straightforward, another printed tile from the Harry Potter set and some accessories. And this will lead to the second floor of this tavern. So seems like this tavern, they are renting out some rooms. So 2 pillars are holding this floor, a couple of stickers from the set, a couple of furniture over there. This is going to connect over here. And then I can add the big chunk of the walls of this tavern. I try to put everything on jumper, so the process of installing this should be a little bit more straightforward. I need to fill this little cheese loop over there because there was no other way to connect that. And now everything is nice and connected. I just need to connect the wall to this bottom floor over here. Okay, nicely done. And I just need to fill that little gap over there so the minifigures are not falling down in the floor below. So the connection here is nice and solid. Okay, everything is done well. Now let's talk a little bit about these walls. So you can see the scene is now much brighter. I have this nice wooden door over here, printed tiles from the Harry Potter set, sheets from my own collection. While these sheets at the back, there are 4 of them, are stickers from that set. And from there, we also have these panels in, these big tiles in dark orange. Over here, we are leading up, and over there, we're going to add a room. So what I'm going to add is this purple bedroom that these parts come from the set. There was actually a purple sofa in that Harry Potter set. I turned it into a bed, and then I have a sort of brick built door with some candle on the side as well. I have a few of those throughout the build. So this is already a nice addition, and I think since we are here, we can already start to add some of the minifigures. So for example, this is the Mind Flayer. I think a good spot would be to put him over here, overlooking the tavern, and the companion over here, I'm not sure exactly how this is called, is gonna be connected there on top of the bed. So already the scene is looking a little bit better. We can add some more decoration. So at the back side over there, I also wanted to mention this fireplace come in the set, but I expanded, make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more detailed, and added a little bit of fencing around it. So we can add some barrels, of course, a little bit throughout the build. So I'm going to add one there. I'm going to add another one with a candle over here. I can add a little bit of different containers and chests. Here we have this one also coming with the set. Pretty nice build. And I have another one with a candle over there, building with some brackets. There's a lot of brackets in the set. So I decided to add that one at the back, and we should have one more over here that should help to keep this wall nice there connected, like that. So already have a little bit of details nicely done over here. Now let's continue with some details from that set. So there was some of these colorful kind of banners, because you could customize the trunk in order to choose the colors of the factions, let's say, of the Harry Potter of Hogwarts that you want to choose. I think this made good decoration for this set, and maybe over there we can add another minifigure, since I have them here. This one I think is the Jit Warlock. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. We can add it over here, coming down the stairs, looking towards the center of the tavern. At the front over here, we can complete the wall. Over here at the front, I'm going to add some sort of smoke coming out from the chimney, from the fireplace. And I'm going to add, again, these fairly regular plates for minifigures. These usually come with the minifigure, a collectible minifigure. I'm not using the D&D one in this case, because they are nice and printed. I will probably use them for another kind of display project that I'm going to show you in a week or two. So now the top is completed. I can actually try to show you the back of this. Let me see if I can do this without touching the camera. So the back side is also completed. It's a little bit more simple compared to the front, but I think it helps to make the scene all complete if you want to look at the display case from all sides. The original build was actually a lot taller than this, like a few bricks taller than this. But then when I tried the case, it didn't work out. So if you want to know more about how I build this, you can check out my membership program. So my members have a weekly vlog that in which I show all the LEGO stuff that I do during my week, including the MOCs. And stay tuned, because I think next week I will release one of my vlog video to everyone, because I had a very nice trip to Billund and I want to share that with everyone. But let's continue now building this scene. So I think we can move to the tables over here. So I have a couple of tables that I built with parts from the set. All these accessories, LEGO, come from the set. I'm going to add one table over here and another one over here. Maybe we can even do it on a slight angle, but that's up to you. So we have the tables. Nice, straightforward, fairly simple. We can move to the outside area. So I'm going to push this, and then I'm going to add this kind of grass patch over here. Then we can finish up a little bit of details at the front. I'm going to add a couple of plants pieces, lower kind of plants at the front, so they are not blocking the view of the entrance of the inn, and a bigger sort of kind of pine tree at the back there, done with the fairly recent fern pieces. Over here, I'm going to add a sort of logo at the entrance of the inn. This is actually the Hogwarts sticker, but I think it works as well as a sort of tavern kind of entrance. And now I think the tavern is mostly complete. We need to add a minifigure. Now, I know that some of you will ask in the comments for instruction for this. I don't do instructions because it's not very fun, and honestly, I don't have that much time to make instructions. So, of course, I want to build and not spend my time behind the computer. And also between work and building Lego, there's not much time for instructions. Maybe one day, if the channel grows big enough and financially it can sustain, then I might be able to do more instruction. I might have some small project coming soon where I can try to do instructions, but no guarantees about that. And of course, anyway, the purpose of the channel is to inspire you to build your own creation. You don't have to build what I did here, but you can get inspired by this to build your own creation, small or big. Now, let's continue by placing all the minifigures. So, over here, close to the bar, we are going to add this one. Let me see if I can pronounce the name of this one correctly. This is a Arakokra Ranger. By the way, guys, I never played D&D before. I love the minifigures, but forgive me if I don't pronounce them correctly. I'm going to add, again, here the black red, they come from the sort of vampire one, which is called Strad von Zarowicz. Also, I will need your help for this D&D minifigure in a moment, and I will explain you why. Over here, we can add another villain. Over there at the back, and that's a necromancer called Sats Tam. And then we can add the bard over here on stage, singing his song to the crowd. I think it's a nice and crowded scene over here. This is a elf bard, if I'm not wrong. Let me double check the names, correct. Now, over here inside, I'm gonna add this little one, which is a halfling druid. Very cool minifigure. Many of these minifigures, by the way, they have 2 different choices for the face. You can have male or female. So I alternate a little bit, but you can do in the way you like. Over here sitting, I'm gonna add this other character sitting over here with the very cool small red dragon. We can open the door. This character was the tiefling sorcerer, and then one of the fan favorite is the paladin, the dragonborn paladin. We are gonna put him there at the door, walking into the inn. Very, very cool minifigure, very good for customize sort of castle kind of minifigure. Now, going to the outside, we are gonna add a couple of minifigures outside. So at the back behind the tree, I'm gonna add the Lady of Pain, that is a bit lifted from the ground on the transparent round brick. And then I have the Dwarf Barbarian that is gonna be connected somewhere here, maybe walking, going outside of the inn. Let me see if I can find the spot to connect it properly. Sorry to show you all my arm. There we go. So now we have a completed scene. The last thing to add is a nice light in the center. So I have this big sort of chandelier that I'm gonna connect to one side and then connect to the other to give a little bit of support. And you can see that everything is nice and flat, tiled up at the top, because I actually need to add over here the top of this display case. Let me grab it. So a very nice, transparent, like plexiglass kind of container that is sliding down. And now my tavern is protected from dust, and it displays all the 12 D&D minifigure. Of course, you can display in something like this any kind of medieval custom minifigure that you want. Now, I'm going to need your help for this D&D project. So as you know, I like to build minifigure habitat, and I want to do 12 habitats, one for each one of these minifigures. So if you are a D&D fan or not, leave in the comment some ideas for habitat. I need 12 of them. So for example, it could be a small tavern, it could be a dungeon, it could be some sort of castle, it could be an enchanted forest. Let me know what I should build and which minifigure I should place in which habitat. Also, if you are a D&D fan, feel free to give me more particular direction, especially on the characters here that have name, that I'm assuming they have some particular spot where they could be found. And if you have some resources also on images for these D&D location, please let me know so I can start to work on the habitats for this minifigure series. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. In the link below, the link for Amazon for the Harry Potter set that was a very good part spec. And if you want to watch again something similar to what I did here, you can go and check out my Space Cantina build on which I display all my space minifigure. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.